Today someone asked me who I was voting for, so I told them. And they shrugged their shoulders saying, "That's a wasted vote." There was no underlying note of resentment or superiority. He honestly just believed that we must vote strategically. And I'm not blind. I can see the point of what he was saying, of how playing it smart might be our only option. After all, how can we win when they've been telling the media what to print? How do we overthrow a tyrant when our best option is considered a wasted vote? The ribbon on Canada's royal coat of arms translates into desiring a better country. Do you want to know what a wasted vote is to me? Let's talk conservatively. First, we should address the fact that in only 3 years, Harper clears out a record budget surplus, throwing us back into deficit, runs political ad campaigns claiming to be fiscally responsible while spending $1 billion on G20, $30 billion on fighter jets we don't need, $26 million for an ad campaign that claims being led by any other party would be like throwing tax money out of a moving van parked inside of a bomb or flying over an earthquake. But wait, let's get back to Harper, who just had to take a moment to use Japan's human catastrophe to avoid an election by calling it opportunistic and unnecessary. We are currently governed by someone who takes zero accountability after running on a platform of being accountable. Steel wool couldn't scrape away the stain he is leaving on this country. We working Canadians face record debt, while tax breaks for corporations give them the security they need to bet the farm and gamble away our future. No attempt at a suture, as even the lowest tax bracket now bleeds out to pay for national new record government spending, sending families into dysfunction as they break apart over the endless worry of financial security. We are learning the language of silence, as even a conservative MP is no longer allowed to make a statement without approval from the Prime Minister's office. Add to this the fact that they were allowed to leak information about Dion's top-secret tour of Afghanistan, putting not only him, but also every other man on the trip at risk inside of a war zone. Little is known about the mating habits of the Harper government, but you don't have to feel like you're being fucked to know that you are. So far, they have done virtually nothing about safeguarding our environment. They are inventing the fine print as they go. No extended benefits for the widows of veterans even after making the promise to do so. No questions from the media without prior approval, just scandal after scandal as we the people collectively cling to the oh shit handle. And they hire image consultants, as if politics was a beauty contest, dressed to kill, never looked so blatant. The long, steady sprint of progress has suddenly ground down to a halt as they play improvised, invisible hot potato in another episode of Whose Fault Is It Anyway? These are squeeze play politics. Who in their right mind could believe they would get over themselves long enough to fix any of the problems we face? Each race spent running smear campaigns, placing chains around the wrists of democracy, selling off our freedom while delivering us back into slavery. And if you don't believe me, just look at them systematically destroying the middle class. No grass greener than that of complacency. Just keep us believing we are doing just fine. Assign an arms dealer lobbyist as Minister of Defense, then reward Canadians with the pretense that everything is A-OK. The scales of justice cannot weigh the truth if all they have to go on are obfuscation and deflection. There is such a thing as a wasted vote. Don't make this a wasted election.